It's less than 2,000 kilometres from the peace and prosperity of Davos to the devastation of Ukraine. But Russia's invasion has upended European economic certainty as well as its security. So for the elite gathered in the rarefied conference air, there was a stark message. President Zelenskyy calling on business and political leaders to tighten the economic squeeze on Moscow.
I think such sanctions against Russia still do not exist, and they should. An embargo on Russian oil, a complete blockade of all Russian banks, all without exception, total abandonment of the Russian IT sector and complete cessation of trade with the aggressor. You need to set a precedent for the complete exit of all foreign businesses from the Russian market so that your brands are not associated with war crimes.
This was a typically well-targeted message from Volodymyr Zelenskyy to an audience of concentrated wealth and business power at an event typically believes the markets are the answer to everything. Well, his message was that is no longer the case. There can be no business as usual with Russia, and when the war is over, these companies are going to need to help to rebuild Ukraine. Ukraine has brought that message in person here too.
Everyone does something to bring the victory together.
MPs whose constituencies have been flattened want reparations from Russia to reconstruct their country.
We are asking business to invest into Ukraine because it will be a very fast-growing market when we start the rebuilding the infrastructure. I mean, you can just tell me if you want to rebuild a museum, we'll find you a museum to rebuild. If you want to help a school, just tell us the region. We'll show you how many schools were ruined in this region. I mean, you can help libraries. You can bring medicine. I mean, whatever you want, we can organize.
Many brands have already left Moscow, Starbucks joining the exodus after 15 years, announcing the closure of 130 stores with 2,000 employees. Getting food out of Ukraine is a more urgent concern to many here. 22 million tonnes of grain is trapped behind Russia's Black Sea blockade, leaving major importers like Egypt worried.
Well, Egypt is a major importer of food and grain, and especially we have relied on grain from Ukraine and from Russia. And I have been speaking to my Ukrainian counterpart the day before yesterday, and we are working to try to relieve and release the products, commodities in Ukraine for the benefit of bringing down the prices of these commodities and providing them, because there is a scarcity. For Egypt, it is a challenge.
The Klitschko brothers are here too, calling for a sporting boycott of Russia. Ukraine fighting on every front it can to make ultimate victory a little more likely. Paul Kelso, Sky News in Davos.